Yo, this is Ray Mysterio. You gotta listen to Beer Bros BS. For real though, 619, Booyaka.
Pour yourself a pint, cozy up, and get ready for another episode of Beer, Bros, and BS.
Welcome to episode 94 of Beer Bros and BS. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
Jose, the Big Librarian.
Alex 12Con.
And Tony, the King of Alapata.
I felt like you were put on the spot there. You're like, So this, I think,
those are not our official titles
I think this
or screen names.
ends our streak.
Well, only if you say so, Dave.
And I just did. Well, this is after 3 episodes, 3 breweries. Gotta get back into the studio and taste some beers.
Right.
Before we get started, Jose, usual.
All right.
Tell
Let's
everyone
read off these names, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Let's read off the names. Altar of Ash by Hydra. Hail Hydra!
In no particular order, by the way.
Hydra Beer Co. 7. Strawberry Oat Cream, New England IPA. Cerveza Cristal, la preferida de Cuba.
You gotta say Cristal.
Hydra. Just Hydra. Serving and storage. No, wait, that's not. Sour Double India Pale Ale with dragon fruit.
From who?
From Hydra.
No.
Oh, no, wait.
That's the name of the beer.
Oh, that's the name of... Oh, I fucked up. Okay. It's from Jonathan Wakefield Brewing Company.
Don't do that next week, huh?
I'm not out of town, unfortunately, guys.
Now we're not going to have any listeners.
And Pure Brewing Company. Yeah, I know that. I'm sorry, listeners.
And who else?
Or I might make a special appearance. Hey, let's Skype in.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jose, read off these beers.
Were those all the beers? Is there anything left?
There's one beer left.
Only one?
Only one.
I think there's another one.
I think there's another one on top of that.
Flagler. Oh, well, there's Flagler Village Brewing. M. Chacchino.
Oh, wow.
What?
M. Chacchino.
Spell it. Just spell it for the audience, please.
MCHACCIONO.
Is there like a coffee bean in there or something that makes it? It's supposed to be an O?
Oh, Mochaccino.
There you go.
Cachino.
Chachino. I love it.
Moco Chino?
And finally, I think Wakefield has some hops for teacher.
So before we go any further,
Jose.
what's the first beer that we're going to drink tonight, guys?
I would say it's that special beer from that largest island in the Caribbean.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and open that one? So this beer that we're going to be drinking is actually illegal to bring into the country.
But once it's already here, it's not illegal to drink it.
Yeah, I don't think the consumption is against the law, but the importation
Definitely.
of goods, not including cigars or rum. Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
So in other words, it's a contraband Cuban beer somehow brought to Miami.
Thank you, Mama Bear.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers.
So this is the first one. This is our first, we can say, beer from Cuba.
To a Cuba Libre, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
It's a pale lager coming at 4.9%. It's your standard, what you would
It's your
expect.
standard lager. It's malty. It's got some rice, I guess.
I think it'd
If
be
you're
good for the
using
beach.
rice.
It is a lager.
Yeah, it's a lager.
Yeah, it was. It's not bad. They're doing some good stuff over there, I suppose.
With what they have.
With what they have, yeah.
Yep.
Craft beer in Cuba, how long?
Ooh.
10 years. I mean, craft beer is already moving into Latin America pretty rapidly, right? I mean,
Yeah, you already
I
see
know
Peru, Mexico.
Costa Rica, Honduras. I think, it depends where in the country. I think as tourism starts to flourish, there'll definitely be some breweries that cater to American tourists. I mean, Germans and Russians have been going to Cuba for decades. It's nothing new to them. It's just it's new to us. Even Canadians.
Yeah, it's like the rest of the entire world travels.
Right. It's just new to us. Or to this generation.
I wonder if there are already, if there's like a microbrewery somewhere.
Looking on Untapped, they have like the top ranked beers for each country, and none of them really look like they were craft beer from Cuba. Because anything like that would be nationally owned. So
what was it? Was it like a Sierra Nevada?
The top one was the one that they make like a soda, the malty one.
Malta?
Not Iron Beer.
I was thinking Iron Beer.
There's Bucanero, Cristal. There used to be a long time ago.
Hatoy?
Yeah, I think it's that one.
News flash, by the way. You can get Jupiña at one of our favorite haunts, Union Beer Store.
Oh.
Yeah, now they got
Do they have
Jupiña as
Materba?
a non-alcoholic option. Yeah, they need to step it up. They need to get some Materba and some Iron Beer. Shout out to you heard me, Manolo. Get on your your soda game.
The real question: do they have Diet Jupiña?
No,
nobody wants that, Chief.
some people do.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I don't.
I don't like
or
sugary
Diet Materba.
sugary sodas,
bro.
so I need that Diet Jupiña.
I like Materba. It's more like a.
I do like Materba is probably my favorite. Sometimes Iron Bed overtakes it.
Jupiña is kind of like
Jupiña's
too sweet. Like it's
Yeah,
too.
Jupiña is very sweet. It's probably the sweetest of the
It's
three.
like nerd candies on a soda.
I like how Iron Bed's like it's got it's like a Latin Dr. Pepper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see it.
So Jose, read off the top 5 ranked beers on Untapped in Cuba.
Hatoy Clásica, Negra, Cerveza Guama, Oscura, Clara, Cacique.
Okay. And out of all those qualities, we have a Pilsner, Dark Lager, Pale Lager, Vienna Lager, and just another lager.
They have Vienna lagers in Havana.
I wonder if they've had...
A Havana lager?
I wonder if they had Havana Lager.
Lager? I hardly know her.
So before we go any further, guys, I think we all are ready to get to the next beer already.
Yes.
This was a pretty light one.
Yes,
We got a
it's
few tonight.
super crushable.
The next beer is brought to you by me. It is Hops for Teacher India Pale Ale. Hops for Teacher! 90 however many episodes in, and this is the first time we have Hops for Teacher.
94.
94. Hops for Teacher is a beautiful golden orange colored West Coast IPA, copiously dry hopped with Citra, which imparts notes of passion fruit, grapefruit, and a nice malty backbone creates a marmalade sensation. It's an absolute delight. And if, you guys can barely tell I've rehearsed this.
Got my pencil.
I mean,
Write this down.
To be honest, before I worked at the brewery, I had never heard the song. And my only experience, even working at the brewery, it was probably like a year in before I heard the song. And so obviously the name is a reference to Hot for Teacher by Van Halen. Never heard the song until maybe a year of working at the brewery. And the entire time, people would come up to me and go, Hops for Teacher! And I'm like, all right, yeah, I guess that's how the song goes. I finally hear the song. It's nothing like that. Nothing like that at all.
I got my pencil.
I've never heard it, so I'm gonna have
It's a Van Halen song. It's worth checking out. It's kind of jazzy.
Give me something to drink on.
I was thinking it was weird because we
You
have
also drink the beer Hops for Teacher.
we have a tall boy that one tall boy can is enough for all 4 of us, and
Whoops.
that's weird.
Well, I think somebody's going to have to share with their wife.
Did we pour it all? All the Hops for Teacher!
No, we didn't.
Oh, good for Sonia.
Okay,
She'll be happy.
but that wasn't actually the reference I was making because there's only 4 of us tonight.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
And so there's a new segment that's
There's a new segment just for you, Dan.
coming.
Clickety click, click click clack. Where the fuck is Dan?
And
Where the fuck is Dan right now?
so
Is that what we're gonna call it? Where the fuck is Dan?
where in the world
Is Dan 12
fucking
con?
Dan 12 con?
Someone tell me.
No, Daniel. Where in the world is Daniel Converse? Right? That flows a little better.
Just a bit.
You guys want to go with Dan
In the
12
world.
con?
Because he's all over the fucking world. And we can really get into it.
From his house to Corbett's.
Dan the electrician. Can he reconnect it? Yes, he can.
Reboots. I'm here for you.
So
Dan the
we're gonna
doer.
spin it? We're
So-
spinning it?
So
yeah, we've
before
actually-
we spin it,
Yeah.
check out our Instagram. It'll be there. He's been, we're going on 2.5 months now since he's been on the show because there's various excuses and things that have happened.
Not that anybody's counting.
Yeah. So let's Alex, please spin the wheel of Dan's excuses.
Here we go.
Oh, do we want to record this?
Should we?
Sure.
Give me one moment, gentlemen.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. Bow.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Here we go.
The Wheel of Dan excuses.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn.
And Dan is not here because he's sick at home.
Bum, 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 bum.
Feel better, Dan. Was that Dan? No, just Sonia imitating him.
So stay tuned for next week's edition of Where the fuck is Dan at?
Or what's Dan's excuse this week? Good times.
Are the excuses going to change, or are we going to keep them the same?
No, we're going to keep them the same unless we already
No,
got one.
let's change them. We can
Unless-
but
unless you have
as
any
we get
ideas
new
of-
ones-
Any excuses where Dan is at? Please send them to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tweet us.
yeah, tweet 'em.
Especially you, Dan.
Hashtag where's Dan?
Especially you, Dan. Tell us where you're at.
You'll never hear this.
So before we go any farther, let me ask you guys: would you rather live in Middle Earth or Narnia?
Middle Earth. After the ring was destroyed.
Narnia, because I
Yeah,
know
that's
less
a good
about it.
question.
No.
You know, what time period of Middle Earth?
From the beginning of the first book of the main movie series. Let's put it like that way. The first movie.
Orcs are killers, dude. Yeah. Narnia is pretty bad, too. I'd guess Middle Earth. Let's do Middle Earth.
I think I'd go with Narnia. There's like,
I think I'd do the same.
Yeah, Narnia, because I know less about it, and I know that Middle Earth kind of sucks.
yeah,
But there's pints!
that's true. Is there beer in Narnia?
It's essentially very similar.
I know they have Turkish Delight, but do they have beer?
It's an allegory of the Bible and Jesus.
Mhm.
But
Is there beer in the
it's like-
Bible?
Yes.
There's wine.
There's wine.
There's wine, yeah.
first miracle Jesus performed,
Okay,
wedding
but
in Cana.
At the behest
not my
of his
question.
mother.
Is there beer in the Bible?
I don't know about beer, but
Serious
there is
question.
I don't know the Bible well enough to answer that question.
Yeah, neither do I. Whenever I'm watching Jeopardy and it's a Bible category, I'm like, fuck this, man. I never know the answers.
Blasphemy!
Expand your horizons, Tony. We'll read the Bible together.
Will we now? Well, drinking beer, that's probably not in it. I don't.
I mean, that was what they said they paid how they paid the slaves.
In Egypt.
In
yeah.
Egypt.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
All right, so let me ask you guys then. Would you rather have the ability to control sports games through the TV, fumbles, drop balls, trip players, etc., or be able to legitimately hypnotize people instantly?
Sports game.
sports game because I can make a lot of money off this.
You can make a lot of money hypnotizing too, but sports
Yeah.
game seems like a little bit
Hey,
more
nice
chill.
to meet you, Bill Gates.
Yeah,
Big
give me-
fan of yours.
What's your pin?
Yeah. Donate to my charity. It's the Beer Bros and BS charity.
That's that's probably the smart answer. But I really want like bad things to happen to Jose Mourinho like every game.
Why can't you just wish that Osu actually scores more goals?
He's not there to score. He's there to create chances, which he does very well.
Well, there you go. That's because you picked the other option.
All right. Would you rather have one eye to see out of or be deaf? So would you rather be deaf or Odin?
Deaf.
Deaf or no depth perception?
Deaf.
No depth perception. Because at least you get some vision and you get all your hearing versus no hearing.
But all your vision.
Yeah, but it's only a little bit you're losing your vision.
Yeah, I don't get to hear people nag at me.
He said, looking over his shoulder.
The only married beer bro.
Yeah, I'd lose one eye. I could wear a cool eye patch.
That reminds me. Oh, you know what, Tony? Now that you bring up the eye patch, I want to switch my answer. I like eye patches. I've always wanted to wear one. But
There's nothing stopping you.
That's a good point. Maybe I'll just start wearing one.
But I can never hear music again. So
I just wanted to bring up, since Jose's the only married beer bro, that there was an instance where it was like, oh, do you want to do this or do you want to die? And I was like, yeah, you know what? He was the only one that said, yeah, I'll die. It was like,
That's a nervous laugh.
my dad actually returned Bose headphones with and he actually had to talk to the representative. He told him, the representative asked him, hey, why are you returning these? He's like, because I can still hear my wife through the headphones.
That's amazing.
Would you rather only be able to watch your favorite movie for the rest of your life or watch anything you ever wanted but only halfway through and then it cuts off?
I never got to see the ending ever at all.
No.
I mean, that's probably best in most cases, if we're being honest. Seen a lot of movies with Movie Pass lately.
Yeah, but you only get to see half the movie.
We'll get to that later, though.
Yeah, but you get to see twice as many movies because you only see half of them.
But you don't get to see any movie in its entirety.
No, but if you get to see a series, right, you can more or less fill in the middle work. So if you see episode 4 and 5, you kind of can guess what happens in between.
You know, what happens in episode 6? When
You'll have to see 6 and 7.
No, 6 is the last one.
Well, no. Well, yes.
In this example.
This example.
You never see the end of anything.
Yeah, you never see the grand finale.
Why is 6 afraid of 7?
7, 8, 9.
Because 7 has cold, dead eyes.
All true.
Would you rather be the first person to explore a planet or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease? Yeah, you also have a can right next to you.
Inventor of a drug that cures a disease. I mean, this is a no-brainer.
So
One-
basically, do you want to be
Famous, or do you want to help people? I mean,
do you want to be Columbus or do you want to be, I don't know, nobody remembers anybody who cured any disease, huh?
who invented the penicillin?
Right, wasn't his name penicillin? Who knows? Was it? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
No.
But everybody knows Neil.
Yeah, Buzz.
Fuck,
What's up with Buzz saying that we never got to the moon? You hearing this guy? He said that shit.
No, he did not. He's said that he's been on the moon many times.
I don't know. I saw an interview recently. Maybe it's fake news. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Can't trust anything nowadays.
There was another one where there was some flat earthers were like sticking a camera in one of the Apollo astronauts' face. Like, will you swear on the Bible that we went to the moon? The guy's like, yes, we went on. They're like, swear on the Bible. Are you buddies with Satan or something like that? And this, he's in his 70s now, 80s. He just slugs the guy.
Punched the guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, remember, half of these astronauts used to be in the Navy or Air Force.
Yeah, they were all test pilots, and
Right.
I mean, when you think about how crazy, it was, all the fuel and things that, how easily they could have died.
Well, most of them have died on the previous attempts.
Now, here's a question. Do you think that we will ever walk on the sun?
Only at night.
Okay.
I don't even want to continue anymore. I think this is the last episode of Beer Bros and BS, guys.
And on that note,
And on that
You
note,
do.
we're on our next beer. Which one was this?
You want to tell us about it, Dave?
Sure. So this is
Strawberry.
this is 7 Strawberry from Hydra Beer Company. It's a Northeast IPA. These guys, we actually got this beer directly from the brewery. Hydra Beer Company is out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's a heavy metal inspired brewery. They opened up in 2016. Owners are Nick Murphy and Chad Pettit, but Nick Murphy does most of the brewing. They have a couple locations there, but only one is that they're actually brewing at. And they were nice enough to ship these down to us. So this is the first of 2 that we have tonight.
How many times do you think they get the Hail Hydra pun?
For anyone who walks in there, Hail Hydra!
Hail Hydra!
This was brewed with piles of flaked oats, barley, and loads of citra, cascade hops. Towards the end of the boil, 5 gallons of oat milk is added to the kettle with fermentation nearly complete. Copious amounts of sticky strawberry puree was poured into the tank. A second fermentation and 2 ridiculous dry hops. Additions of citra and cascade topped off with strawberries, cream, hop punch of a brew, and this is sometimes available.
Sometimes
I guess the cascade at the end gives it a lot more pungent hoppiness.
I don't know. I'm getting lots of strawberry, and you can definitely get the kind of creamy base with the the flaked oats. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
It's an awesome label.
Yeah, like I said, the whole brewery
I like
is
the whole heavy metal thing.
is metal themed. As I've seen on
It
the
looks
Facebook.
more like something that you find in Dungeons and Dragons, like the artwork.
I think if you wear the metal shirt there, you get a discount on certain days.
Okay.
oh shit,
Oh, let's
JJ
take
would have
JJ.
a permanent
Yeah,
discount.
JJ would have the permanent discount, and he's exempt from the Wheel of Dan.
It just goes to show you that if you're listening and you have a brewery and you send us beer, we will drink it on the show.
Hey, need your beer drank?
We'll do it for you.
Contact us, Dave@beerbrosbs.com.
No, but seriously, cheers to
Thank
Hydra,
you, guys.
Hydra Brewing Company.
Yes.
first.
Hail Hydra, everyone.
Yeah.
Hail Hydra!
Hydra.
Yeah. All right.
So would you rather use a filthy public toilet while exploring a new area, or spend the whole day in a diaper
Spend a whole day in an adult diaper.
while exploring a new area?
Yeah.
I'll use a filthy toilet. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, fully toilet.
I mean, can I do
That's
both?
usually how I
I mean, I
live.
really
Yeah.
don't care.
Would you rather have the sound of a bee buzzing in your ear for 12 hours a day, occurring at random intervals every day for the remainder of your life, or have to incorporate the word yuppers into every sentence you ever speak and type again?
I'll do Yuppers. I'll actually legally change my name to Yuppers.
I would. That would have been great if I was still in school, right? Make those papers a lot quicker. Yeppers.
You'd probably get in some trouble, I'd imagine.
Yeah, what if it was like
It's
a
a learning disability.
what if it was a true false exam? And you just put
Yuppers!
yuppers on each.
Yeppers. True. Yeppers. False. Yeppers.
Yuppers, it's false.
I guess that would work.
All right, guys. quick-
I'll take the bee noise.
I think I probably would go with that too. Would you rather add 2 inches to your dick
And remember,
or 2 inches to your height?
be yourself.
I heard it's all the buzz. Okay,
So would you rather add 2 inches to your height or your dick?
2 inches to my height.
A long time ago, I would have said height because I could jump higher then, and 2 inches, I might have been able to dunk maybe. But now, I've given up all hope of dunking, so I'll take 2 inches on my dick. I don't give a fuck.
Can I add 1 inch to my dick and 1 inch to my height?
No.
2 inches to your height
Yeah.
or 2 inches to your dick?
2 inches to my height. I have to be, a little bit closer to Sonia's height. Be nice.
Dunking was very important to me.
I think I'll add it to my height.
Yeah, especially since you used to work at the wellness center.
Yeah, it's true. Dave, can you dunk? Have you ever dunked?
I got really close when I was in beginning of college into high school, but no.
Danette says it's a good size. Awkward silence. Okay.
Is it?
But it could have been
just
longer.
is it just length or?
But it could have been 2 inches longer.
Like,
You know what? If you wanna go,
can I split the
around,
difference there? I can get 1 inch length. 1 inch.
you could add either 2 inches in length or 2 inches in girth.
I can't split the difference.
No.
Yeah.
Girth?
Well, I'm just wondering, like,
Just so you know, it's about from the tip of my finger there to that middle knuckle.
I'm just concerned more about the shape, really. Like, how is this going to affect? If I
It
get
continues
length,
whatever
if I get length,
growth
is
you
it
have going.
proportional? Like, is the length proportional, or is it just like, just now it looks like a bun length instead of
It may look,
like,
it may look like the end of the if you ever get one of those longer hot dogs and longer than the hot dog bun, it may look like that.
For Tony's case, it might be like a duck one, like where it corkscrews.
Why would it be like that? Don't ruffle my feathers.
Was that an episode I missed? Like you have a corkscrew penis?
No.
Yeah, no, that was an episode where you.
I talked about how like ducks have them, but I don't know
because
why I'm
female
getting
ducks
them.
developed vagina mazes.
Yeah.
What are you saying about the net, Jose?
I think she's ducked.
It just keeps getting bigger. All right, let me ask you guys.
But it's not rape if it's your wife, huh?
Ooh, Beer Bros. Yes, it's
I love that show, by the way.
Yeah, the fucking
This Is America.
yeah, or who is America?
Sasha. Is it? No, This Is America.
No, that's
Is it Who Is America?
Yeah, the show's Who is America. This is
and the
America.
song is This Is America.
Childish Gambino song. Yeah, that show is great though. It's
show
like
is, yeah.
so cringe.
Would you rather get $5 every time you take a shot of liquor,
How much I get paid to drink?
or $2 every time you chug a bottle of water?
So healthy and money, or drunken money.
I can definitely down more shots than I can drink of water. I don't know why. You ask a person to drink like 2 pints of like water, and it's like difficult, and you ask them to drink like 6 pints of beer, and it's like.
So I write 64 ounces of water a day. Oh, what a chore! 96 ounces of beer. Oh, that's just a couple hours.
That's fun.
Exactly.
It's funny, yeah. So what size bottles of beer?
Bottles of water.
I'm sorry, of water.
12 ounce.
A 12-ounce bottle for $2.
Or 1 ounce
I
shot of
fill it.
liquor.
I can fill it. Can I use the same bottle over and over again and fill it? Just fill it with water and get paid.
Oh, I mean, any 12 ounce bottle,
Yeah, every 12 ounces of water that you drink,
you
get
get to. Yeah.
$2, right?
Interesting.
Um,
How much water can you drink before you die? Because
I mean, it is a thing, yeah.
if I could drink, I don't know.
No, it is a thing. Like
It's
people have
hydro. I think it's called like hydro poisoning or something like that.
Yeah, one person died because they were in a water drinking contest to win a Wii. So it's hold your Wii for a Wii. And this mom drank like a gallon of water in like minutes, and she ended up dying.
yikes.
I mean, it's the same thing as with alcohol.
Well, look at it this way.
R.I.P.
If you
for a
Because of people.
for a
for you to drink like
WII.
eight bottles of water, you would earn $16. But if you took 3 shots, then that'd be $15. So then you're
Well, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
exactly.
The problem is
There are
that
some
What is
people-
sustainable? What is sustainable? You can
Some-
drink that water.
But some people can take shots and some people can't.
Exactly.
Yeah, people
I
who
can't
aren't
take shots.
here can't take shots because they're not here to take them with us. Dan and JJ.
Yeah. Do we spin the wheel and see what's the reason now?
Yes, that's right, JJ. Don't miss too many.
Spin it again.
Spin it again!
That's right, JJ. Don't miss any more episodes, or we'll make a wheel just for you.
All right. They can't drink with us because they're
With a stripper.
And
With a stripper and a hyena.
So which one of the two is with the stripper and which one's with the hyena?
I'm gonna say Dan is either one's believable for Dan,
Who has the furry companion?
but the stripper is the only believable one for JJ.
No, being with a hyena is fucking metal.
You think JJ would be with a hyena?
Yes.
Is hyena code for something?
No, it's just metal.
All right.
Like nature's metal.
Yo, awesome account.
Yeah.
This is the second time we shout out Nature is Metal. Everybody loves cutesy wootsy nature. I like to see when shit goes wrong. Somebody's life's on the line.
All right, so we got 4 more. They're pretty quick ones. If you were stranded on a deserted island, would you rather be stranded with a bunch of old people or a bunch of 8-year-olds?
Old people.
How
No, 8-year-olds.
old, please?
8-year-olds, because eventually
75 and up.
eventually the 8-year-olds are going to grow up to be 18. So
All right, that's where Jose's mind at. I'm gonna use the same line of thinking and think, well, the old people will die first, and thus I'll be alone again, which is preferable.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with a bunch of 8-year-olds.
Okay. Would you rather...
Maybe the 8-year-olds die sooner, though, right? Maybe you don't feed them and they die. They can't feed themselves at 8. What are they gonna do? Climb coconut trees?
Either way,
Lord of
you're
the
just trying to
Flies.
kill the other survivors.
Yes, absolutely. Nature is metal, after all.
so you heard it here. If you're on a stranded island and you're with Reyes, just run.
I'm just avoiding the 8-year-olds because kids are annoying.
They're not always kids,
Okay.
and they might take care of you, old man.
Would you rather...
Somebody's a family man over here.
Yeah, right.
Would you rather see a monster, be a sea monster, or be the sea monster from Sesame Street?
The Cookie Monster.
See a monster, be a sea monster, see a CB monster from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be a sea monster.
See a monster, I guess. Of course, I see a monster whenever I take my pants off. Oh,
Should probably get that checked out.
yeah.
I guess be a monster. Be a cookie monster.
Would you rather be able to snap your fingers once a year
See us for
and one person whom you get to choose instantly disappears, or have your favorite food once a week for free?
I will
disappear.
snap Pitbull out of existence. Thank you.
I knew you were going to snap.
But that's
people.
it. I mean, you want to keep snapping after that?
I'll take the free meal.
I mean, I might be good after that.
Actually, yeah.
It's
free-
once a year.
Once a year.
Once a year, yeah. So.
Oh, once a year you can snap somebody out of existence.
Or you get a free meal once a week. Your favorite meal.
Damn, you know what? That's,
I would be doing
I'd
the world
rather
a
have the
service.
free meal. Like snapping out of existence is actually kind of heavy. Like, I don't know.
I just want to eat ribs at Flanagan's every fucking week.
You can already do that if you want to.
Before the free.
Well, you know.
Unless Flanagan sponsors us. Flanagan's. Shoot us an email. Dave@beerbrosbs.com. We can work it out.
Alex will eat your ribs.
I'll eat your ribs on the podcast.
I'll eat your ribs real
And can you
good.
please tweet at us if a lunch card that was completely filled out 6 years ago still works now?
It does.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
And finally, would you rather Danny DeVito or Jeff Goldblum play you in a movie about your high school life?
One or the other?
Me and Brad? Oh, my God, yes.
Who would it be, though? Would it be Danny DeVito or Jeff Goldblum? Danny DeVito for me.
Dan-
In their
Jeff.
current age, too.
I think Danny DeVito would probably be more similar to me in high school.
Joe Pesci
Nah,
or Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito.
I thought it was Jeff
Danny
Goldblum.
I'm just saying, if you're going Danny DeVito, I'm just going to say.
Or
what
Joe
about
Pesci? I might do Joe Pesci over. No, I'll stick with Danny. I think Danny is adorable.
Yeah,
He
like,
looks like an older Dan 12 Con.
so I've got a pretty gruesome would you rather question.
Okay.
All right. So would you rather have to watch your parents have sex every day, like every morning, or end it, but you have to join in?
Excuse me. End it. So I never have to see it. What? How does this work? What
But
do
you
you
have to jump in.
Yeah.
Okay. So would I rather see it every day for the rest of my life,
Or
do
given it
the
once and it
chance,
stops? Yeah.
given the chance to stop it by joining?
Yes, exactly.
I'd rather see it the rest of my life. They're not.
And I'd obviously just want to avoid this situation altogether.
Of course, but the whole point of Would You Rather is you have to.
This is a weirdly structured one. So I'm seeing this all the time, every morning. I'm seeing this every morning.
Yeah.
This is my reality.
Right.
And the only way to stop it.
Is to join it.
I'd rather see it.
So does this mean that my parents are having sex that often? Good for them.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
That's good. Why would I want to? I'm not going to end that for them. Good for them. I'm happy for them.
Exactly.
I can close my eyes for a minute.
No, you can't close your eyes.
What the fuck?
I'll just watch and whatever. Okay, are you done already? Okay, good.
Yeah, I guess. No, I wouldn't join in. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'll join in. No.
So it's a threesome. It'd be my first threesome. No, I'm just kidding.
So the reason you don't ask somebody that already does Would You Rather. See, I could have had this on the show, but we don't get into that kind of weird
We just did.
weirdness. I mean, I can get more of those on there. But you know how you can join in? You walk up to your father, slap his ass, get him, old boy, and you participated.
No, I thought you'd have to put your dick in something.
That's what you thought, but it's not always that deep. You participated. He did not stipulate how far you must participate.
Oh, I thought he meant participate in
And that is-
sex.
Well, that's where your mind went. But there are other
Yeah.
ways to participate.
You sick bastard.
What did you mean, Tony? Tony, this was your Would You Rather. Can you get out of it with a nice pat on the butt?
No, of course not. You have to
Put your dick in something.
yeah. Or
Right.
or somebody has to come.
Put their dick in you.
Or whatever combination.
So that brings us to our next beer of
or
the
whatever
night.
combination you would like.
I'm trying to move us forward
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, let's move on.
Now you understand why there are certain questions.
Okay.
Well, that was a good one.
Yeah. I didn't know we had limits here.
I didn't know we had standards.
I think we climaxed at our Would You Rathers already.
So this is our second beer of the night from Hydra. So this is let's see. So this is Altar of Ash. It's a black IPA. It's 6.8%. It's jet black in color with a slightly tan head. The aroma imparts a piney, resinous, dark malt tones. There was Chinook, Centennial varieties. What do you guys think of it?
I don't think there's enough of this beer style.
Yeah. Well, it definitely has like a roasty flavor to it.
Yeah, it's roasty. Like if you think about it, there's not that many black IPAs out there, I believe. Nowadays.
There's not?
No.
Cascadian Dark Ales. That was another way they tried to market this style. Took off in the Pacific Northwest. Late 2000s. It's cool to see somebody, making one.
Yeah, I like it. It's a little bit chocolatey, but get the hops also.
Yeah, I get a lot of roast, and it's like kind of like earthy hops.
A little
I
coffee.
get some like a little, some floral hoppy notes on the nose, and
Yeah, I like this better than the strawberry one.
definitely smoky. Smoky, some tobacco, some dark chocolate.
But not like a smoked beer.
But I've always had a
This is definitely, they use smoked malt, 100%. There's no denying.
I've always had a soft spot for the IPAs, black IPAs. I remember
This might almost be a smoked porter malt bill, and then just aggressively hopped in the boil.
actually you're
It's,
right because it's not as
caramel
hoppy.
and chocolate malt.
For instance, the black IPAs
Okay.
that I've encountered was at Titanic, like the first ones. If you remember, Titanic is they actually do their own brewing.
A brew pub.
Yeah, it's a brew pub right next to University of Miami, and they had one of their specials, and I actually kind of liked it. It was their Indian Pale Ale with their stout, so it was nice and solid back then.
So I guess that is why it's called Altar of Ash, because you get the roasty malt character.
So, Jose, you got a topic for us?
Yes, I got a topic. So, my topic is about ninjas. So, apparently, the Iga City, where the original ninjas have originated, they're running at a shortage of ninjas.
Oh, I heard about that.
NPR.
Salaries are actually quite high.
Yes, their salary is $85,000 a year to be a practicing ninja.
With benefits?
Not
Because
sure,
Alex
but
is
what
ready to
benefits do
apply.
you need when you're a ninja?
Well,
You could just sneak into the hospital room and just...
I'm sure health insurance would be helpful.
Well, yes. Well, yes, especially if you lose, like, a limb or something, while practicing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, yeah.
But first rights to bottles ain't bad.
Don't they have socialized medicine? I mean, but doesn't Japan already have socialized medicine? So,
So you got to worry about that.
Yeah,
Your
so
employer doesn't have to worry about that. That's just
Yeah, that's just
more salary in your pocket.
exactly, and it's $85,000
You
a year
would,
for...
you would think, like, like
Just kidding.
a lot of people that do Ninja Warrior, American Ninja Warrior.
Might want to be real ninjas.
Yeah, well, yeah, like you get a steady gig doing it,
Yeah, do that, and then when you're done with that, do American Ninja Warrior again, and then go back. I mean,
now I'm wondering, like, what does the actual job entail?
I think it's the actual job is more performance based now because there's no actual ninjas in
Because
the military.
they're not trying to assassinate
I don't know.
feudal
Yeah.
lords and what have you.
Well, I don't
Samurai
know.
stomp them out. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, Japan doesn't have an active military, so they don't have an active.
They do have an active military.
Do they?
They're just not a nuclear. They have a navy.
Japan has a navy.
Yeah.
I thought it was
They just don't have nuclear weapons.
I thought they weren't allowed to have
a standing
military
force.
after World War II.
Really? I know they have. They have a.
I think they have a reserve.
Okay.
They have military.
No. You guys are right. What they did was they've purchased in recent times they've purchased military vessels and then outfitted them as sort of like a coast guard.
Right.
But it's very
so
easy to.
what Japan has is they call it the Japan Self-Defense Forces,
That's what it is.
the JSDF, also referred as the SDF, and it was established in 1954.
So it's basically military
So
police,
just like,
but
yeah,
for
well, yeah, I guess like if someone attacks them, they have like some.
something.
We
Defenses, but
the
it's
United
not
States guarantees their security.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's one of the.
they have a heavy force over there.
Also, why we get to have a base there, or bases,
Nope.
and in Germany.
And South Korea. Korea.
So yeah, as time goes
K-pop.
on, I guess some practices from their culture just like ends up dying out. So,
Do you know what's really cool? American barbecue taking off in South Korea. I think that's pretty awesome.
You know what's taking off here?
Korean barbecue.
Isn't that great?
Actually, I was going to
It's like
say
an exchange of barbecue
I've
ideas.
just seen a Japanese barbecue place or Japanese grill place, not barbecue.
Is that like hibachi?
I haven't been there yet, but I think they have like a menu or a buffet style thing where you make your own plates and they cook it for you
Cool.
on US 1 in Sunnyland. Same
Oh, man,
shopping center as Flanagan's.
Is what's it called? The
Kyo
Like Gyukaku? I think?
Kyujin. Kyujin?
No.
Not-
Kyojin is a sushi buffet on
Okay.
Sunset.
All right.
No, it's
It's like
It's
Kyo Gayu or
yeah,
something.
Gyukaku, I think it's called.
Bukaku?
Kaku, you.
I don't think it's Gyukaku
I'm pretty sure that's
because
what
he's
it
related to
is. Dude, Google it.
Lukaku.
Or Bukaku.
Gyukaku.
You know, hibachi is one of those things that it's like, oh man, I haven't been to hibachi in so long. Why don't we go have some hibachi? And then after you have it, you're like, oh, that's why I don't go to hibachi so often.
Yeah, like
It's delicious, but it's overpriced.
Gyukaku is the correct answer, Tony.
thank you.
Yukaku. Well done, Tony.
And they're cousins of Lukaku.
It's kind of close to bukkake, and I got confused one time searching for it.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
He's like, I didn't.
Yeah, Japanese barbecue.
I didn't, but I was pleasantly full.
All over your face.
Hey,
It left a mess on his face. Oh, that sauce. Huh?
All that meat and sauce.
I
all
need
over your
I needed
face.
a lot of napkins that day. But yeah, I still haven't been there, but I heard it's good.
Yeah, I want to try it out. I almost went Sunday.
But I do love some Korean barbecue. I don't think they have. Is there any like local Korean barbecue places?
No, but there is a Korean barbecue fusion place in Wynwood by the name of KYU, and it has some very delicious food, and it actually has my favorite happy hour in town. If you're in Miami and you're in the Wynwood neighborhood, make sure you stop by Q Korean Barbecue Fusion and have a hops for teacher while you're there.
Pairs
But
nicely
they have-
with the spiciness.
It's actually I really love their happy hour. They have it's like 4 or 5 food items, all $5. Excuse me. They also have hop for teacher and al jefe on and 24th Street Brown for I believe I think it's a $4 beer during happy hour. It's pretty. It's a fantastic happy hour. Best happy hour in town, in my opinion. Usually, their fried chicken is to kill for, and maybe die in the process. And it's usually $30 for 3 pieces.
Wow.
Yeah,
And if you're a ninja, it's a lot easier to kill for that.
it's true.
Why do you have to kill when you can just stealthily take?
Why would you have to do any of that when you can go during happy hour and get a piece of fried chicken for $5?
Exactly. A real ninja would just sit down, get it for $5.
A samurai would do that, not a ninja.
A Ronin would be too busy at the whorehouse to go.
What about a shogun?
A shogun would have the chicken brought to them.
Just command some troops to bring it.
Okay.
Exactly. You'd get Uber Eats too.
What about a
Bring 'em
geisha?
She whipping up the chicken dog.
back. Jerry has enough chicken tenders inside her.
So let me ask you guys: have you heard about who's now single and on the market?
Who's that?
No, but tell me.
JJ?
Everyone's favorite weather girl from Mexico.
Yannick Garcia broke up with that loser who plays Call of Duty?
It
Yes,
was the
he
other.
did.
It was the other way around.
Bullshit.
He broke up with her.
Why? Was she cheating?
He actually needed. He said that she was taking too much of his time, and he
Too much Call of Duty time.
he needs to focus more
On his Call of Duty.
on his Call of Duty.
You know how sad he's going to be
Yo.
once he loses that championship, and then he's like, "Fuck! I put all this work, and I lost this chick."
Nah, he'll get another one. He'll be all right.
Have you ever seen him before?
Her? Yeah.
Have you seen him?
What's his name? Censor?
Censor.
Phase?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
Face censored.
he's not. Yeah, he's a handsome guy. I'm gonna say
He
that.
spends his life in the gym and playing Call of Duty. That's literally all this fucking guy does. He bagged one of the hottest chicks on Instagram.
So think about it.
Yo, he doesn't even speak Spanish.
Yeah, think about this, Jose. If he could bag her, he's got to be okay.
I know,
Yeah, he's gonna
but-
be all right.
It's not like
But
she's.
I can't believe it, bro.
Yeah.
But you
She's
know
on the
what?
market.
It just goes to show it again that, show me the hottest girl in the world and I'll show you the guy that's tired of fucking her.
Or show me for every hot bitch there's 5 guys that are sick of her shit.
And one of them's playing Call of Duty.
But if you
So she's single now. That's the important part.
yeah,
So,
so if you have a chance, look up the article on Maxim. They have some of her top Instagram posts.
She has an incredible talent for turning left.
Yeah, Jose,
unlike
you get to
Zoolander.
look.
That's right, JJ. Your opponent just got a lot tougher.
So it's cool to be covering video game topics when JJ's not here.
It actually is cooler.
And that bird's eye bacon.
That was Dave, the metal chef.
Call of Duty's not even a real game anyways.
No, I'm not the metal chef. I'm the Iron Chef, bitch.
Oh, shit.
Like Iron Man, or like the show. I'm sorry. I'm still scrolling through. Sorry, babe.
I'm the magnesium chef. When you burn me, I
I turned.
just flash so bright.
She has a picture of herself doing a push up on a fucking bench.
My goodness.
She's adorable. Oh my god, she's. Oh, God bless her.
But
Is
Call
she doing a push-up on a bench, or is she just arching her back for you?
but Call of Duty.
She's pushing something up.
She's gorgeous.
And that's my battery.
The
That's what you
laptop
get for
couldn't take it.
No, do you know the story of how they got together? Do you know this?
No.
Yo, so this guy is he's a competitive video gamer. He works out. He's like into fitness, and he sees this chick on fucking Instagram, and this dude legit just starts sliding in her fucking DMs. He fucking flies out to Monterrey, Mexico, which is where her career was starting. She wanted to be a model, ended up being in weather, and now I think she does modeling too. And this guy doesn't speak a lick of Spanish and was able to fucking bag her.
Oh, well, you know, fair play to him.
Hey.
He's also already a millionaire.
That's true.
Oh, from competitive gaming?
Yes.
Oh, fuck him thrice. Fuck him.
So that, that helps.
That doesn't hurt, no.
Yeah, I don't know how JJ missed out on this.
Yeah. Well, because he doesn't like FPSs. He likes fighting games.
No.
No, I mean, he plays fucking everything.
Yeah, I know, but he's good
I'm
at
telling you,
he's good at like the 3D Tekken and Soul Calibur games.
And this is bringing us to our, fourth?
This is his fifth beer.
Fifth beer of the night.
Another Hydra beer. Huh?
Yes, but this one
Is not by Hydra.
This one was brewed in Southern California.
What? How can this be?
Yes, so this is Hydra, which is a reference to the seven-headed snake from, I believe it was the Odyssey, no? Maybe?
From mythology.
Yeah, from mythology. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Was it from the Odyssey or was it from Hercules?
Might have been Hercules. Yeah, I think you're right. I
Hercules
think you're
had
right.
7 feet?
Yeah,
think you're right.
Hercules had
It was Hercules.
Hydra and the Medusa.
No, Medusa was
The Argonauts.
what's
Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh, okay. Right.
Anyways, now that we're done time traveling to a place that never existed.
Beer bros and mythology.
This is brewed in San Diego, California by Pure Brewing. The homies Jonathan and Maria were over there hanging out with the guys from Proof, and they whipped up this super delicious sour double IPA with dragon fruit and raspberries.
Oh, I see what they did there. Hydra is the type of dragon, no? So
Yeah, you know what? Well done, Jose. Yeah, I think you're onto something.
Yeah, it's from Hercules.
And lactose. A little touch of lactose, so you get this whole sort of creamy, delicious, slightly tart, super fruity, delicious nectar. Beautiful color. It almost looks like pink lemonade.
Yeah, it's really good.
yeah, it's really good. Really good. It's
This is my last can of it. You're welcome.
Aw,
Well, thanks for sharing.
My pleasure.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
yeah, it's sour. It's not too hoppy. It's like it's
It's
really
only slightly tart.
Like it's so many flavors, but it's
Super
well balanced.
smooth. Super smooth. Slightly creamy. This is delicious. This is fantastic. Very excited for the guys over there in Pure. Hope nothing but good things for them and great beer.
Yeah.
Awesome design too. I have to say, they have some really dope labels. I've never seen any of their labels that I don't like. It's always very clean, great design.
Simplistic too.
Yeah.
Like it's simple. It's
just pure, you know?
It's pure. Although I do like the color of the can because it matches the color of the beer too.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it does.
Okay, so Tony, you got a topic for us?
Yeah, so a few episodes back, I had talked about how some superpowers that we always, talk about potentially having that we would like.
Invisibility, invincibility.
Right.
Teleportation.
Are really not all they're cracked up to be.
Here we go again.
So,
didn't we do this before with
Invisibility.
with invisibility, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what is it this time?
So, how about the power of flight?
So what's so terrible about flight?
Does that do anything for you?
It's next best to teleportation.
Wouldn't you want to, be able to fly places and stuff like
Perhaps.
fucking Superman?
Maybe if I had a jacket and glasses.
Not have to sit through Miami traffic.
So first of all, you would want to fly at high speed, right? So you could get
Maybe no. Maybe I'd be flying at nothing more than 12 miles an hour in a reclined position.
yeah. So that's kind of like
As heard on a previous episode of Beer Bros and BS.
so you
While
would,
taking a dump of everybody on the 826.
so you would have to like limit your speed, because if you were flying, as fast as a fucking jet and you like smashed your face into a bird or something,
the bird
That
would
bird's
be dead.
going to feel it.
yeah, you're gonna feel it too. Is the thing.
But
Right.
would you though? The physics of that, would you though?
Yeah, you would.
Because the car that's going faster in a car accident is the one that doesn't get damaged, and usually that's the drunk asshole
Well, you're still
that hits the parked car or the one that's at a stop.
Oh, you're still gonna fucking, take some damage, right?
So that's just transfer of energy.
You're going to take a ATA Chapter 90, was it 98? Bird strike to the face.
So don't crash, is what you're telling me.
And don't
Yeah.
crack cans.
Yeah,
No,
not
do
on this
crack cans.
episode. No.
Right.
Crack cans. Cans.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I thought said
Dave
hands,
doesn't want me
because
to crush the cans
In
for
a
the
previous
picture.
episode, we already
Thank you.
discussed this, that you can crack your hands as much as you want to, but not crack your cans.
So not only that, right? But you also have to deal with the fucking atmosphere, right?
Do I?
Yeah.
How high am I? What if I can only fly 4
Wait,
feet
how-
above the
4 feet
ground?
above the ground.
At 12 miles an hour in a reclined
Generally,
position.
people, if they have the power of flight, are not flying that low. That's
Well, these
kind of
people
like-
aren't on Beer Bros of BS.
Exactly.
Losers.
Right? If you're flying, at any fucking height,
Fly so high.
you're gonna have fucking like wind blowing particles into your eyes, and it's gonna be fucking freezing cold.
This is true. That's why I said jacket.
Right.
I wonder what R. Kelly thinks of all of this.
Exactly. And the other thing to consider is that because the temperature is so low, it means that you conduct electricity. Much,
Tell me more.
yeah, you're
But don't we already
Shocking.
conduct?
you're
Electricity?
you're much more of a conductor of electricity.
So what you're saying is I
So
would
it's
be
like-
electrocuted in the ionosphere.
Yeah, it's like when you're, when it's on a winter day and you're walking home and you come in and you shock the shit out of whatever you touch. It's like that, but multiplied by like fucking
All the
a
time.
lot. Yeah. So
So not only can you fly, you also have the power to zap people.
yeah, so basically,
So you can fly and you're electro.
You're practically Zeus.
exactly. So as soon as you land, you're fucking, zapping people like you're fucking Emperor Palpatine.
Wow.
What's the downside to this?
So I don't know. Just
Power.
may not be what you bargained.
Unlimited power.
What you bargained for is what I'm saying.
Those Jedi are going to regret this.
It sounds. I haven't heard a downside to this.
And I don't get to sit through Miami traffic.
And you,
we're-
and you can zap the shitty drivers.
Exactly.
Okay, but if you limit it to flying at like 12 miles an hour,
Reclined 4 feet above the
recline
ground.
4 feet, just like higher than traffic.
You took all the
So you
bad
go
things
to
out
work.
of flying.
Yeah.
That's actually the best way to fly.
So there you go. Just so you
I
can,
would just like
so you can fly to
traffic,
work.
like with both middle fingers out there and be like, "Fuck you guys." Ah.
Yeah, until somebody
You know,
decides
12 miles an hour isn't as fast as you think it is.
it's
pretty.
it's about how fast you like jog.
No,
No, not me.
Well, not you.
no.
An average person jogs.
I still think that's
I'm
faster.
above average.
I think
Just
12,
not in
12,
jogging.
12 miles an hour is faster than a lot of people run.
12 miles an hour is
Yeah.
riding bike.
Yeah. And most people aren't jogging that fast.
No, jogging, you're talking 5, 7 tops. 7 tops.
Like 8. I don't know. Anyway. What else I got for you? Super strength. Right? People.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't overdo it.
Right. So everyone's like, "Oh, I want to be super strong," but what's
In
the problem with
moderation.
that? Is that you're not getting any bigger, right? And due to the laws of physics, you're applying more pressure with the same amount of area.
So you're going to break your joints faster?
No, you're going to break whatever you're trying to fucking hold or lift or push.
It's all about finesse, Tony.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look at Superman. He did it. He did it.
Yeah, he
but-
fucks Lois Lane and he doesn't break her in half.
Yeah, but in
I think.
but
I
in
don't
real
know, I didn't read
physics,
the
that's
comics.
exactly what would happen.
The only uterus strong enough would be Wonder Woman. They covered this in Clerks.
Yeah, or
Mallrats.
It's like the only way he could bang regular chicks is with a kryptonite condom, but that would kill him.
So much for safe sex.
Exactly.
But let's just be honest. When we start getting into comics,
No, we don't
and all
have
that,
safe sex. What?
When you get into comics and all that, I mean, it's like, what was it? If it, green kryptonite is what weakened Superman, but there was like all different types of kryptonite,
Yeah, and they all had like different side effects.
and if he wore pink, it turned him gay.
That's
Thanks,
true?
DC.
Yep. And that's why your highest grossing movie will probably be Shazam.
Was that in
Having to do nothing with any of your most popular characters.
was that in the cartoon or was that in the comic?
Hey,
That was in the comic books.
they still
But
have
he started to come on to Jimmy Olsen.
they still have an
I think
ace
that
in
would
the,
be hilarious.
They still have an ace in the
if
pocket.
they did that today.
with Plastic Man.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's waiting for that Plastic Man movie.
Don't you think the world is ready for a gay Superman?
Did you hear what? I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think we're going to see too much of Superman because of he started making some comments where he sympathizes with the Me Too movement because
Superman did?
because he
Well,
the actor
Henry Cavill?
because he's so handsome that he can understand what women are going through.
Yeah, and he's like afraid that
It's hard. It's hard when you're treated like a piece of meat.
like.
So who knows how long
What was it that he said? I think he said something like, he was just afraid that like anyone could come out at any time and just do an accusation.
What's his name?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill touched my pee-pee. There it is.
the accusations
You heard it here first.
of Alex 12Con do not reflect that Beer Bros BS affiliates or sponsors.
How good did it feel or not?
He's a handsome man.
Show us on the doll where he touched you, allegedly.
So what's his name's going?
That was
back
his
to-
greatest fear.
and that's the messed up thing. What's his name's going back to Talking Dead?
Oh yeah, Chris Hardwick. So that's another example, right? Like
Well, he did a pee-pee touch too, or what?
no, his ex-girlfriend came out and said that like he abused her or something, and it turned out to be bullshit or something.
No
abused her with
kidding.
this-
Well, they said based on AMC's investigation, they're bringing him back. They didn't
So it wasn't
say
even a police investigation?
it
I
was
don't
that
think so.
he
That's kind of a dead
supposedly
giveaway.
abused her mentally.
Well, I mean, we're all abused.
He
mentally.
mind
What
fucked
did he
her?
do? What did he do?
Yeah, I know. He was like obsessively
mind fucked her.
controlling her. You can't do this. You have to do that.
You guys buy that? You guys buy that stuff? No, but like
No.
the idea of that, like toxic relationships and stuff. Because isn't it? I mean, it's always two-way, right? Like you have to be enabling the toxicity. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious. I'm really curious. I
Yeah,
don't know if it's somebody knows.
it's kind of like where does the line get drawn between having a bad incompatible relationship and abuse, right? If like you guys
I mean,
fought
physical
all the time,
abuse.
I think-
Physical
I think-
abuse is undeniable.
I think-
right?
No,
Like,
yeah.
I think abuse is when you can't walk away from it and you're getting harmed. So
Why can't you walk? So like financial dependence. Because that was a factor for a long time.
But she was popular in her own right, her own way.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is like she could have walked away at any time. Why did you stick around?
Can't really say.
I don't know.
he's her drug.
But then to the same extent, it shows a dangerous example. Because look at James Gunn, director of the Guardians of the
Oh
Galaxy.
yeah. I think that's fucked up too. Something that he had already deleted and apologized for and disavowed and
Years ago, and
years ago.
I mean, fuck. If you pull up my tweets for 14 years ago, I don't know who has them. I mean,
but
okay, well, apparently
it just
my
goes,
wife
your
is
text
age-
from yesterday even. Yeah, I think there's some website that like automatically archives Twitter,
Yes.
and so even if you delete tweets, they're not really gone, right? And damn it, Dave.
Nobody's gonna delete that.
It'll live forever.
But
in the
yeah,
ozone.
so like if you ever posted something on the internet that
Like this
was
podcast.
offensive, and especially the podcast,
we're not going anywhere.
it's out there.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. I hope it gets archived.
But I don't plan on running for office or working for Disney anytime
No,
soon.
fuck that.
so-
Yeah, I'm planning to run for office, and they'll be like, yeah, I did this podcast. There's other politicians that had done popular shows.
Speaking of politicians and crazy shit that they do, couple of quick mentions. I've been watching on Netflix, I've been watching on Showtime, anytime. Who is America with Sacha Baron Cohen? Fucking ridiculous what this guy gets politicians to do. He's created 3 new characters. I think, is it 3? Maybe more?
It's like 4 or 5.
Maybe more?
I thought it was 4.
Is it 4 new characters? Yeah. One of them is an ex-Mossad agent. The other one is a self-described, self-hating white male from the Pacific Northwest, middle-aged white male from the Pacific Northwest. There's also somebody who runs an Alex Jones type news organization. And what's the other one? Who am I missing?
There was like the kind of like fashion photographer one.
Oh, that's right, the fashion photographer with the reality star.
Yeah,
yeah, man. This show is fantastic. This guy's created these new characters. If you guys ever saw the Ali G show or any of his movies, Borat, what's the one? Bruno, that one. If you guys ever saw it, so it's a similar concept where he creates these hidden identities and he starts to interview people. And during the interviews, he asks them to do ridiculous things. And these are prominent people in positions of power and notoriety. And he actually gets them to do some pretty crazy shit. On the first episode, his ex-Mossad character he says that there's a program that he wants to. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that you should arm teachers. You should be arming the children.
Kindergartens.
Kindergartners, kinderguardians.
Yep.
Kinderguardians. Giving kindergartners guns.
I'm just thinking
The gunny rabbit.
In a couple-
yeah. It's like you find like the certain children, right? Like the gifted ones or the ones that are.
And you put them in a 2-week training course.
Yeah, and
and they can defend the. He got congressmen to support this, to read off of a teleprompter how the program would be implemented and like what it's meant to do.
You guys aren't going to air that part, right?
It's ridiculous. I'm also watching on Netflix Dark Tourist. Highly recommend that show as well. It's a guy from New Zealand. I don't know if you guys have caught it. A journalist from New Zealand goes to dark tourism hotspots. You might be wondering, what is dark tourism? Dark tourism is stuff that deals with the macabre and all that other crazy shit. For instance, he goes swimming in a lake made by a nuclear blast. He also visits Fukushima.
Okay.
He crazy shit like that. He goes
So like the red zone in France.
No, he doesn't go there. But yeah, something like that. He goes to was it Burma? Was it Burma? I think he goes to Burma, or maybe it was Cambodia. Where you can no, I think it was Burma. I forget. It doesn't matter. Watch the show. He goes to a place where you could shoot animals, right? But like chickens, they're like, oh, you get to shoot like all these crazy guns, machine guns, rocket launchers and shit. And they're like, oh, can we shoot something else besides the targets? And they're like, oh, you want to shoot a duck? And he's like, oh yeah, we'll shoot a duck. How about maybe like a cow? Can we shoot a cow? And they're like, oh, cow $400. And I'm like, all right, fine, we'll shoot a cow. They bring the cow over, bro. The guy doesn't end up shooting the cow. He fucking chickens out. But you could shoot a cow in one of these Southeast Asian countries for $400. I would have done a rocket launcher. I think it would have given me more.
You would have shot the cow with a fucking rocket
more
launcher.
bang for my buck.
And the meat would have been roasted and...
So let me ask you, have you seen any other movies?
Yeah, man. So this segment brought to you by me until Movie Pass pays me.
Movie Pass. Unlimited movies. 30 movies a month for $10.99 plus peak pricing.
Yeah, so...
Except in February. Then it's only 28.
That's true. It's only 28 then. But yeah, so my first billing period's over. I was able to cram in 10 movies in my first billing period. Most recently, I've seen Equalizer 2. I give it a thumbs down. As much as I love Denzel and I was looking forward to the movie, John Wick's a better hero. There's more equalizing in John Wick than there was in Equalizer 2. Another movie I saw recently was Unfriended Dark Web. It's an interesting concept. They shoot the entire movie as if you were looking at a laptop screen. Times felt a little lazy. Times it felt a little forced. Also gets a thumbs down. Then I saw Sorry to Bother You, starring what's this guy's name? Lakeith Stanfield. He was on ATL, which I also mentioned earlier. ATL on FX, great show. He's an awesome actor, And frankly, it's one of the most original movies I've seen in a long time. He plays a telemarketer who channels his quote unquote white voice. And by channeling his white voice, he becomes incredibly successful. So it deals with a lot of, it's an interesting take on a lot of social issues. And like I said, it's a very original movie. It's sort of surreal.
Would you say it's sci-fi?
They classify it as sci-fi, I think only because of the alternate reality aspect of it. But it's not a traditional sci-fi movie in the sense that you're seeing what could be. It's just what it's not what could be, it's what could have been kind of thing, you know? It's I wouldn't describe it as sci-fi. I would say it's more of just like an absurd, surreal film, which suits this guy very well. What's the movie? Is it Get Out? Is it Get Out? The one with he's in Get Out also. He plays a character in that. Black dude married to a white chick doesn't, gets his mind wiped all the time and stuff. Whatever, good movie. But that movie also gets a thumbs down. As original and creative as it was, I didn't have a great time watching it. Got a little boring, but doesn't mean it's not for you.
And
Damn, any thumbs up?
And that's his movie.
Not that
pass.
time.
No, but there's no movies that you give.
I mean, the last movie I'd give a thumbs up to. I don't know if I said it last time. Ant-Man and the Wasp, was that on the last episode? Did I mention that?
No.
All right, yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp. That movie is fucking funny, man. Paul Rudd does an excellent job. Funniest.
You didn't think that was? Which one did you think was better, 1 or 2?
I thought 2 was as good as 1. I didn't feel like a batch 2 blues with that one. I thought it was very funny. In fact, I didn't. Maybe I didn't like number 1 that much. Maybe I should revisit it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of feel the opposite of that.
Okay.
But that's that. And we got one more beer tonight.
Yes.
Jose, does anybody have a bottle opener on?
Yes, I have a bottle opener. It's the Double Barrel M. Chachino.
M. Chachino, yes.
It's Double Barrel Macchiato Imperial Stout. It's
Mochaccino.
Mochaccino Stout in 12-year-old American whiskey barrels and Jamaican rum barrels. They aged this for 9 months before putting copious amounts of vanilla and chocolate. And this is made with Mostra coffee beans, which is the same thing as the other Tampa beers. I believe it's...
Most is actually from Southern California. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I see it featured a lot, though. And
Mike, he's their roaster, head of the organization guy. He has a lot of good relationships with a lot of the premier brewers in the country, here in Florida and also in Southern California. You'll see his beer used a lot in Bottle Logic beers. I mean, you'll see his coffee used a lot in Bottle Logic beers. Moxa.
in Wakefield.
Yes, we use Mostra quite a bit. Yep, definitely.
That's really good.
So what do you guys think about it?
I actually haven't gotten to taste it yet.
It's really good.
1 second.
Very smooth.
Resolved. By pouring a pint.
Having a little problem with your mic, Jose.
Yeah, it's really smooth. Like lots of the vanilla shines. It's got a nice barrel aged body kind of. It's very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Yeah, I definitely get the vanilla. The vanilla pairs well with the coffee. It's nice and smooth. It's not like what I don't like about some people that try this style is that they make the vanilla too sweet. This is like well balanced.
Yeah. So this is from Flagler Village Brewery.
But it was brewed by Corey from Three Sons?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's technically Three Sons.
No, it's a Flagler Village Brewing beer, however.
Yeah.
However,
So if people don't know, Flagler Village Brewery is a brewery that's set up
a nano brewery.
Yeah, nano brewery on the like second floor of a Brass Tap, which is like a World of Beer kind of
Yard house,
kind of place,
situation.
in Fort Lauderdale, and the brewer at Flagler Village Brewery is Corey, who's starting his own brewery.
Corey
Sons.
Artanis,
Yeah,
who's been starting it and is closer to being finished with it as ever. Huh? Recently received his fermentation vessels.
Yeah. So that brewery is under construction, or it's
Soon to open.
yeah, soon to open. But anyway, this beer is pretty darn good.
Yeah, he does a great job with his stouts.
Delicious.
His treatments too. He's probably most known for his beer Summation, which is a coffee stout. No, it's a barrel aged coffee stout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know he's like collaborated with Cycle, with Bottle Logic.
Yes.
He did a great job with Big Sexy.
He collaborates quite a bit for someone who hasn't even opened their brewery yet. I mean, it's an accomplishment in and of itself, and the fact that he's been able to keep interest in his project and in his efforts for this long, is a testament to I think the quality of his beers and his following.
Yeah, and I know he's won awards at Hanapu Day.
Yeah, 2015 he got best brewery. No, was it 2015? Or
I think it was 2015.
Was it 15 or 16?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like best brewery or best beer or whatever it was.
I think it was best beer and best brewery.
Yeah, so
People's choice.
yeah, so it's
I
good
remember
stuff.
you stood in line and you almost got the beer, and you ended up having to get the Dark Star.
Yeah, I think his most famous beer is possibly Rare Scoop that he did with Cycle, which is Neapolitan stout aged in was it bourbon barrels?
I think so. Yeah, like that like scoop treatment, that like Neapolitan stout that he does. I don't know, it's like so good.
He's very very famed for his Neapolitan treatment, along with his coffee vanilla treatments, which is on display in this delicious beer. I think he also does a really good coffee maple treatment. That's what Summation is. Summation's a coffee maple stout. That's what it is. Barrel aged lumberjacks breakfast or some shit. Something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, shout out to Corey. Shout out to Three Sons. Really excited to see what they have in store. Exciting time for South Florida beer, no doubt.
So let me ask you guys, what burns your bacon?
I had something, but I forgot, so come back to me.
Jose.
What, was last week the communicating?
Yeah.
All right.
We already forgot what
All right.
burns our bacon.
All right, Tony, what burns your bacon?
What burns my bacon is, you see a lot of people arguing politics on social media. And
I've never seen that once.
Keep your eye out. You'll notice it. Now that I've mentioned it, you'll notice
I
it.
probably will.
Yeah.
It's probably all I'll see now.
But particularly what annoys me is people when someone's argument starts with just to be clear or to be clear, whatever is going to follow that is going to be fucking pretentious asshole douchiness. Mark my words.
No, actually, and I have another one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, and then they say something else that's completely.
It's like let's just be clear, and then I'm just going to fucking say whatever I believe. It's like really annoying.
I'm not saying you're a dickhead, but
So just to be
Let's
clear, so just to be clear, you're saying that the craft beer gooner has an issue with people trying to clarify.
and I'm not saying that you're hypocritical, but
Just to be clear.
just to be clear,
But just to be clear, okay,
Yeah. Just that phrase. It's really annoying.
Jose.
burns my bacon is that whenever you try to go on vacation, they find to pile fucking work on you, and just like shit just starts happening right before you go. I'm like, why couldn't you just do this like a week ago? Like,
If you never take vacation, they'll never do that to you. Yeah,
I don't have that much vacation.
I'm gonna throw that meme in there right there for you.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah,
That's why you get paid the big bucks, Jose.
I guess.
It's like, I do.
As we record in his studio.
As we record, and unfortunately, as you guys know, I won't be there next week, potentially.
For our next episode. Whenever that next episode is recorded.
But yeah, I just hate like the stress of just like trying to like.
Isn't it annoying when you're on vacation and
They
the other
fucking
guys
call you?
record an episode anyway?
No. When you're on vacation, that's going to be my next one. When you're on vacation and they fucking call you. But
Yeah, that would burn my bacon too.
Alex, what burns your bacon?
Well, on the way here today, actually, I was driving and down 36th Street, and I don't know if you guys know 36th Street, Doral Boulevard here in Dade County. It's a very, very wide thoroughfare. I think it's 3 lanes across each way, not including the turning lane, or maybe I don't. Who the fuck knows? Who cares? Look, long story short, man. I'm driving down the street and I'm like booking it, and then I see the light turn red. So what do? I slow down, right? So I'm coasting up to the red, thinking like if this shit turns green in time, I can floor it again, and I'll have a better chance of getting the green light. And right as the fucking light turns green, I'm about to floor it, some fucking asshole scoots right in front of me, and I was like, son of a bitch. It didn't really get in my way or nothing, but I just kind of felt offended, like this fucking guy.
And it's probably me.
Nah, it was a guy in a truck, in a big Ford truck, and then the best part was that I got in front of him later, and I was like, man, you didn't need to fucking do all that shit. Here I am in front of you anyways.
It's my favorite GIF from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it's the guy eating the cereal episode in the car, and he just looks at someone like trying to cut him off, and they end up coming into life at the same time, and he just eats the cereal, looks at him, and says, "You stupid bitch."
Yeah, that burns my bacon.
What about you, Dan?
When strippers take your money for a lap dance and they don't let you touch them, that burns my bacon.
And what about you, JJ?
When I've been playing video games for years, but I don't have $1 million.
When I'm playing video games and my controller runs out of fucking batteries, that fucking burns
And I'm
my
not
bacon.
married to the hottest
So the Mexican
weather
girl, yeah.
That could have been JJ.
No, but you had to play Soul Calibur, didn't you, JJ?
Should have gone for Call of Duty.
So what was your...
That's not your...
Say it. Say it.
No.
Say it. No,
Come
you gotta
on.
say it.
No, yeah, it just kind of reminds me of the story of JJ's relationship. Leaves a hot weather girl to play video games.
Oof.
Told you I didn't want to say it.
He may listen to the episode.
I know. No, I know. As I said it, I was like, oh, JJ. Hopefully he doesn't hear it all the way through.
Well, that's what he gets for not being here.
Yeah.
So
Nobody's watching her turn, anyways.
Well, maybe that's what he's doing tonight. Who knows?
Maybe the game's on pause.
Exactly.
So what was your favorite... No, go ahead. You had something else. Say it.
No,
Say it. No, you
the
gotta...
moment is past.
It's a passing moment.
No, it was a pun that is. Let's hit reset, baby. There, that's what I was gonna say. You happy, Dave?
That wasn't very funny, Alex.
I know.
It was timing. You're right. I was a bully. So what was your favorite beer of the night, guys?
Probably the Encino Chino.
The M Cachino.
Hydra?
I think I'd have to say
you like
the Cachino as well.
Hydra.
No love for the Cristal.
I do love Cristal. It has its own purpose.
I'm happy. I would die a happy man the day that a lager becomes the favorite beer on a Beer Bros episode.
You would die a happy man if that happened?
Maybe I'm overstating it, but
Yeah.
I think so.
Didn't you see the meme that I posted that was like, oh, the Grim Reaper shows up the next day. Oh, remember when you said that you died like a happy man? Oh, just show that same enthusiasm, please. Come on.
So don't forget, to follow us on Facebook.com/BeerBrosBS. Make sure to check out Twitter and Instagram at BeerBrosBS. Go to Untapped, find out what we rank all these beers when Jose checks them in.
Of course.
Beer Bros BS.
Hitting that on tap.
You can find everything on our website.
Just like that girl
BeerBrosBS.com.
singing the Kiki song.
Make sure to subscribe and follow the show on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Blubbery, Overcast, Kodi, uBook, Player FM,
YouTube.
Podcast Addict, Microsoft
Spotify.
Podcast App, Digital Podcast,
Blubbery.
Listen Notes, Podbean, Podcast Blaster, Radio Public, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and now Spotify.
Spotify.
Thank you for listening. I'm Dave the Big Librarian.
I'm Jose, the middle chef.
I'm Alex, the king of 12Con.
And I'm Tony, the librarian of Alapata.
All right, good night, guys. Cheers.
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 Don't break these.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Beer Bros and BS. Cheers.
Beer Bros. Beer Bros.
Beer Bros.
And BS.
Yes.